and they lose faith in the system. How can we expect the young men and women of today to become the future when all they see are parents who cannot provide for their future? Troumaca, not Leeward. It is time for us to rise up. Jobs are coming, and I boldly declare that they will come under the new Democratic Party government in an office after the next general election. Tourism, agriculture, fishing are crucial aspects to sustainability, especially in our rural areas. These are the keys to unlock prosperity in our beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We deserve more than what we are receiving. The suffering is too long. Together with the new Democratic Party, a new dawn is coming, and we can only experience this if we cast our votes for the key. Dr. Shallow will share with you his plans for your wonderful community. I know that you are eager to put in the hard work if given the chance. I know that you are ready to be successful in Troumaca. I know that you are ready to better take care of your families, and we can all realize our dreams if we work together. This is not a promise. We are not just saying this because we want to, or as the other side would say, because we want to win an election. We, the NDP, will come through. I was able to visit some of the farm roads here in North Leeward for a few times, and I was appalled at the dilapidated roads that these farmers have to go through after a long day in the mountains. I am not an engineer, but let us, at this constituency, I am not an engineer, but let us look at this very constituency. The farm roads, if you can call them that, is in a state of disrepair. Troumaca, Chateaubelair, Rose Hall, them a mash up our road. Them a mash up our vehicles. This government has abandoned its people. If you can't fix the roads, what can you fix? Sadly, our women are crying out for justice. Our young people are crying out for jobs. It pains the New Democratic Party to see so many of our brilliant men and women are losing hope while their potential fails in despair. The New Democratic Party is here for the future. Hear me tonight, Troumaca, and by extension, the entire North Leeward corridor. Hope is alive. The New Democratic Party is ready to lead. We are ready to protect our women, to empower our youths, and to fix our farm roads. Let us bring back the dignity of this nation. Under the New Democratic Party, jobs would come. Opportunities will come. Safety will come. And prosperity will come. So I say to you, rise up, North Leeward. Rise up with your voices. rise up with your power, and the most importantly, rise up with your votes. Together, we can send a clear message to say enough is enough. Good night.
Hey!
Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high.
Come on, NDP people! Make some noise! NDP massive! How you doing, NDP? NDP all the way! NDP until election day! Dr. Shallow all the way, people! Dr. Shallow and the new Democratic Party will take SVG to higher heights. Tell them thing rough. Taxes killing us. Unemployment out of control. Crime and violence gone out of the door. We must bring back SVG. The New Democratic Party is the party that will bring prosperity to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And don't you ever forget that. This New Democratic Party of ours will make things better. The last speaker, Sister De Silva, the freighter, sorry, she was highlighting the plight of the road conditions here in North Leeward. And I am guessing that she was talking about the road, especially in the Cumberland area. Now, tell me if this is not a comedy country when it comes to certain things. The main road got damaged. I remember in 2011, 2012, thereabout, when I was a member of parliament, I asked a question of the Minister Julian Francis, who was Minister of Works, about the road that was slipping in the Sybil Hill area above the Vinlek power plant. The minister told me then that the road is setting. So I don't know if it's a foul or what, but he said the road was setting. Well, the road set so much till it fall apart. And they did a roundabout around the Vinlek area. I remember passing through there one day, and I saw them throwing cement and dirt road. Never seen that in my life. It went on so bad that that piece of dirt road created the most potholes I ever see. When you're going through the road as if you're going through bad waters. Problems with the vehicles. So somebody decided, all right, we're going to close that road and we are going to go to the Cumberland power plant. Now, remember that was a temporary fix, eh? Then all of a sudden, I heard they say they're going to fix the temporary road. So let me understand this. The main road is damaged. You create a temporary road. The temporary road did not live up to its expectation. You're going to Vinlek. And then during that time, you're going to fix the temporary road. So what happened to the main road? Are you telling us that we're not going to get the main road fixed? Well, I am very sure that the New Democratic Party, once we assume office, one of the major projects in North Leeward will be to fix the main road so that we could drive on it comfortably. And then today or yesterday, we get the news that they're going to close the C3 power plant in Cumberland. That's the one where the vehicle passing through. So I am wondering if this is not going to give an additional cost to the already high light bill that we have, where the fuel surcharge is much more than the energy charges. Lord help us. And that is why, my friends, that the New Democratic Party is the savior for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We must vote the NDP. We must vote Dr. Shallow and get rid of the Unity Labour Party and their foolishness. You know? I want to welcome Brother Gasly Cottle. I see him somewhere writing down. Gasly, welcome. You go right until your finger numb tonight. Facts in your brains, my brother. Make sure you have a 6 notebook ready. Yes. Well, my brothers and sisters, our next speaker tonight is a young man who captioned his presentation on social media, "The insults continue." A man who sees it fit to lend his voice to the cause, to lend his voice to injustice in St. Vincent, to lend his voice against crime and violence. And tonight, he has been invited by Dr. Shallow to address you tonight. I want you, North Leeward, to give a warm welcome to Brother Arian Smart as he takes the microphone.
Just like in the holidays, jump off the pagan head and let it roll away. Listen to what I got to say. Praise the King every day. Go where we go.
Push them down the roof. Brother, we go push. Tell them. Yeah. Brother Smart, man. Push them down, my brother. Push down crime and violence. Push down corruption in SVG.
North Leeward! Let me hear it tonight! Yeah. To the good people of North Leeward, let me hear it again. That's right. It is time to take back what is yours. For too long, you have been deprived from your livelihood. The fishing industry is at an all-time low in this district of North Leeward. Too long in that nonsense, we must wake up from it. When I look at the dilapidated fisheries in this constituency, it gives me a headache. And I wonder if those in charge of this constituency, if they sleep comfortable at night, knowing that the livelihoods of the people of North Leeward is at an all-time low. And they're telling you don't grumble. We don't deserve to grumble. It is time for us in North Leeward to teach our youths how to fish. And you know why? Because this government are not teaching our youths how to fish. And don't misinterpret me. When I say they're not teaching them how to fish, they're not giving them the necessary tools so that they can fish jobs right at home. None of it. When you see them go to the community college, spend another additional 2 years, they end up back here within society and there's nothing for them. They watch mommy, they watch daddy, and they watch the guardians. It is too long for our youths. Over 58% of them are unemployed. You know why? No skill trainings program in North Leeward for them. But there's an institution in this very constituency that they built for the young and also for the old. And that is no agro-processing plant. It is not a fisheries. It is the Belial prison. We are the only, and I keep saying it, we are the only Caribbean nations among 8 with 2 prisons. It sends a wrong message to those young people in society of North Leeward. There's no hope and no future under this current administration. When I look at the farming in North Leeward, there are those people who own farmlands in Richmond, and it was brutally taken away from them. And those lands was handed to a sand mining company. You know why? Because they have shares in it, and anything they have shares in, they are doing what they feel like because they have shares in it, and they're taking care of their business and not the people's business in North Leeward. Too long in that nonsense. Why are we giving them our bread and telling them to slice it? And you know what they do when they slice it? They take the loaves, each slice, and they give it to their friends. The crumbs, they hand it out to more friends. And instead of making sure that you get something from the bread, they take the flour sack and they dust it out on you. That's what they do. It's an insult. They rub it in your face. They want you to come with your calabash and go by the financial complex and beg. And he said it himself, if you cannot make your children go back to school, just come and give me a visit. But I beg you, if you go, don't go alone. Go with your parents. In this country, there's something I call political racism. And it's comparable to what the United States used to do. If you're black, no jobs for you. If you're white, you can have the white collar jobs. It exists here in a different format. If you're a ULP supporter, the sky is the limit for employment for you because you're under them. There is no unity within them. I'm saying to you tonight, if you do not give them your support, there's nothing for you. But when Sir James Mitchell was there in North Leeward and in the Grenadines, it was a powerhouse in the fishing industry. And everyone ate from the fishing basket. Not so? Not so in North Leeward? My people in North Leeward, I have family here in Rosebank. Those Nantan and those people that are Latchman, I'm related to them. And there are a lot of fishing villages along the coastlines of North Leeward. NDP made sure they took care of the fishing folks of this beautiful constituency along with the farmers. There's a man in this crowd here tonight. His name is Alvia Stevens. He is the largest producer of pineapples and he's from Spring Village, Leeward. He owns approximately 4 acres of them, making him not just the largest in North Leeward, but the largest throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Why should someone reap their pineapple and sell them for mediocre prices? It's like Major said, and I keep repeating it, because if they could keep speaking about Rabuka Bridge, then I am entitled and I am happy to speak about the need for an agro-processing plant. No lie about that, Major. Everyone will benefit from it. It is not those folks who live in the constituencies and the countryside alone. Because I know that North Leeward supplies a large variety of fresh fruits. So I'm asking you now, why are we allowing a senile man to go ahead and tell you, give me another term? If you give him another term, foreigners will own your houses on the beachfront if you live on the beachfront in North Leeward. No joke about that. Why are you distributing to the farmers in North Leeward manure and fertilizer? That is not the game changer. You know what the game changer is? You have to stretch and go the extra mile. And I know the good Dr. Kishore shall have it in his heart to stretch it an extra mile. We need international and regional markets. It is not about manure and fertilizer alone. If we have to vote for manure, fertilizer, galvanized steel, and lumber, our children will grow up to be political beggars. That is no future for them. They are looking at you. They are looking at us. It's like my daughter told me last week, Daddy, I want to know what is it you're fighting so hard for. And I said, look in the mirror. I have invested in you. When I look around, I see many investments here for tourism. But if they allow the people of North Leeward to invest in tourism facilities, especially those people living on the coastal areas, they would become independent again, and they would recognize the beauty of their independency, and they would not be dependable beggars. I am urging each and every one of you tonight to ensure that you go out and vote for Dr. Kishore Shallow. You know why? It is time for you to take back what is rightfully yours, like I said before. And do not be afraid to grumble, as I normally say. And soon later on this week, I promise I'll be back here across the fixed use because I have a couple recordings I want to do. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure you go out and vote. Do not say we don't win and don't go out and vote. Do not stay at home, go out. In your numbers, go out. Do not vote for a party. Hear me, before I wrap up. If you vote for a party that does nothing for 4 years and 6 months, and the last 6 months they get proactive, you know what that means? They are reactive. They are reacting to the videos on my program. They are reacting to what we are saying. They are not a proactive government. Put them in the garbage, not Leeward, where they belong. And the insult continues.
Yeah.
No cross-country road, no stadium.
All right.
Come what must be really feel we done. I never see moments. I never see moments.
All right. You know, we start kind of late, so we kind of rushing for time anyway. And that was Brother Arian Smart. And the insults continue. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is no stranger to North Leeward. A gentleman who, together, we walk this constituency as part of a little group in the NDP. We call ourselves the Three the Hard Way. Tonight, it's my pleasure to bring to you the gatekeeper of the Leeward Zone. Put your hands together for Vice President of the New Democratic Party, Brother Nigel Nature Stevenson.
Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and I lay my head to rest. Every day of my life I am blessed. Give it up, Mr. Praise God.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Many thanks, many thanks, many thanks. Thank you, MC Patel. Take the opportunity to say a very pleasant good night to my colleagues from the New Democratic Party. You heard Patel name them all out. And I'm not going to run myself into trouble by trying to repeat and find myself in danger of missing like I did in Clare Valley last night. So collectively, good night, my brothers and my sisters. But good night especially to the man of the hour, Dr. Kishore Shallow. North Leeward, good night. It is a pleasure indeed for me to stand here speaking to the wonderful people of North Leeward. I don't promise tonight to give you such a big political speech. But what I plan to do is ask you 3 fundamental questions. Because every single one of you who live in here in North Leeward, nobody has to tell you what your experiences have been like under the Unity Labour Party. So I'm going to ask the questions because ever so often I go around and I hear people repeating this phrase, you're big and you have sense. You're big and you have sense. Also, someone said to me as we were coming down, do Vincentians really need anybody to tell them that the Labour Party must go when election is called? You need anybody to tell you that Labour must go? No. Because you beg and you have sense. You know your experiences under the Unity Labour Party. But these are the questions that I'm going to ask you. In something else, in another sphere, we refer to it as a situational audit. Everybody knows that when you audit, you're performing an audit, you're looking at every single thing almost as if you're taking stock. Not so? So you're going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. But this time, we're not going to audit the government resources or the monies that they've been entrusted with. We are going to take an audit of ourselves. That is why it is referred to as a situational audit. So the question is, what is your situation tonight? So here are the questions, the fundamental questions that I want to ask. Where are you, North Leeward? And I want you to personalize this. As an individual, where are you? I don't want anybody to tell me that we are at Troumaca Junction. But I want you to tell me, having sought yourselves out, where are you with respect? Where are you with respect to taking care of your family? Where are you with respect to living a life that is decent? Where are you with respect to being able to take a vacation? Where are you with respect to pay your light bills, buy your food, and live comfortably? Where are you? Are you in a situation or in a position now that you are comfortable, that you are happy? That is the first question that I want to ask you. Where are you, my friends, with respect to the quality of life that you have been hoping for, that you have been dreaming for? Are you experiencing that? Where are you with respect to that standard of living that you want to live, that you see other people are living? Other people, not just in St. Vincent, but our neighbors, compared to us, they are living such a decent standard of living, and we are just not able to match it. So having asked yourselves those questions, I want to ask you another question. Remember, the first one is, where are you? The second question that I want to ask you, and remember I said that I'm not going to give any big political speech, but I want to talk to us because we are big and we have sense. Now the question is, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? You just ask yourself some questions. You just say to yourselves, boy, I don't think we are in the position or in the place that we were hoping to be since the advent of the Unity Labour Party. Because I'm sure that everybody who is consciously reasoning among themselves, soberly thinking and auditing themselves, their situation, they will say to you that for all the questions that you just asked, I am not satisfied with where I am. And if you're not satisfied as a young person because your jobs have not been provided for you, then you need to answer this question, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go as a young person? Where do you want to go? I've always referred to the Unity Labour Party as a dreams killer. Young people have so many dreams. They have aspirations. They know all the things that they want to achieve in life at a particular time of their life. But under the Unity Labour Party, the best that you can do is dream. But you have not created the environment for those dreams to become reality. So where do you want to go? How do you see yourselves? 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, I am guaranteeing you, my friends, that you will be in the exact same position that you are now under the Unity Labour Party if they are returned to government. But if you want to transition, if you want to move from a place of unemployment to employment, if you want to move from a place of dependency to independence, if you want to move from a place of living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to live in a place and being able to send your children to school comfortably, providing for them comfortably, paying your bills comfortably, and living a decent quality and a decent standard of living, then there is only one thing that you need to do. That is the place that you want to go because you want better for yourselves. Do you think you will be able to get there under the Unity Labour Party? You will never be able to dream and have that dream become a reality under this administration. So you know where you are. You know exactly where you want to be. And I'm sure that is why you wonderful people come out here tonight to hear the message of hope of the New Democratic Party. Because we are the party that will be able to take you from where you are presently to where you want to be so that you can enjoy a decent standard of living. But the final question that I want to ask you, having asked earlier, where are you, where you want to go, then the question is, and this is the ultimate question, my friends, how do you intend to get there? How? So if you're living in hell right now, hell on earth under the Unity Labour Party, if the cost of living is bearing down on you, you can't pay your bills, if you can't send your children to school comfortably, you can't feed your family, and men can't, it's the worst thing for man is not being able to take care of his home. So if you're going through all of that, and you want to come out, you know exactly where you want to go. The question is, how do you intend to get there? My friends, the Unity Labour Party has not created any environment for better to be done for our people. How many times have I said to you, how many times have you as an individual sat back after the last general election in 2020 and you reason among yourselves and you say, boy, I made a serious mistake by voting Labour. Because every day I get up, it's the same thing over and over and over. Serious pain and suffering at the hands of Ralph Gonsalves and his band of merry men. Things have been hard. So if they have been hard in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, now in 2005, it is still hard. But Santa Claus come early. Santa Claus is now here in September. You don't think Santa Claus came early just before the last election too? And after the Santa Claus bring his gift to you, what happened to you? It's business as usual. You catch your nenning again. So that's what I'm saying to you. After all these years and you've been experiencing hardship, why do you think with a little gift, with a little handout from the Unity Labour Party, your life will get better in 2026 and beyond? It is not going to happen. When you give them your vote, my friends, all that is happening is that you're empowering them to brutalize you for the next 5 years. Because they don't care about you. What they are interested in is your vote. So how do you intend to get to the place where you want to go? You must go to the polling station first and foremost and vote for Dr. Shallow right here in North Leeward. That is the first step to realizing your dream. That is the first step to move from question 1 to and ultimately getting to where you want to go in question 2. But in order for you to arrive at question 2, there is a mechanism. The New Democratic Party is offering you hope. We're saying to you, we are the vehicle that will move you from poverty into prosperity. And that is what the people of North Leeward need. It is about time you enjoy prosperity. Too long now you've been living in poverty. And the people that you've been supporting over the years, they are living life to the fullest. We have to change that. So I want you to register. Get every person in your family who have reached the age of 18 years. And also look for those persons who have already registered. And some of them ID card expire to you. Seek them out. Every member of your family, all of your friends, and make sure that they are properly registered. Because if you're not registered, you will not be able to be actively involved in the electoral process of electing Dr. Shallow as your representative. So it's simple. It is a very simple mechanism. For your life to get better, you have to go to the polls and vote for Dr. Kishore Shallow. Plain and simple. You're big and you have sense. I don't have to come to you and tell you that. Nobody has to tell you the pain and the suffering that you have had to endure under Labour. My friends, I'm going to leave you with the confidence of knowing that North Leeward will do the honorable thing this election. North Leeward will do the right thing this election. North Leeward will go to the polls, and it will not be a close election when the counts are being called. Every polling station, I want to make sure that you go and deliver a resounding victory for Dr. Kishore Shallow, the man who is going to work very hard to make sure that you achieve your dreams. Thank you very much, North Leeward. God bless.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would
Yeah.
have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is believe my dream.
Well, all right. That was Vice President of the New Democratic Party, Brother Nigel Nature Stevenson, with a very, very rousing presentation, explaining to you, the people of North Leeward, why it is important that you give your vote to Dr. Kishore Shallow and the New Democratic Party. North Leeward, are you ready? North Leeward people, are you ready to vote? Are you ready to get rid of the Unity Labour Party? Are you ready for a new Democratic Party government? Yes, I know you are. Great things are coming. You know, I always say, that the New Democratic Party, we are the silver lining behind the dark cloud. Put your pot on the fire. Rest assured that the New Democratic Party will be the next government of this country. Tonight, I want to bring to you a speaker who is no stranger to North Leeward, whose very roots is here in Troumaca, a lawyer by profession, a former teacher, president of the National Youth Council, and many more titles attributed to his name. My good friend, the man who will be bringing home the South Central Windward constituency. It is with pleasure that I bring to you my good friend. I call him Well. Put your hands together for brother Israel Bruce.
Man a step up, catch up them a play, man a prep up.
Yeah, my brother.
Man a step up,
Yeah.
catch up them a play, man a prep up. Coulda day, coulda dark.
Yo, you forget what you dance.
Catch
Get when you dance. Hey, why you dance? Get when you dance. Hey, why you dance? I want you dance. I want you dance.
My new some style is not feeding.
How are you?
Me back feeding. And me terrifying like the not feeding. Them chains up, me no want to see them.
Alright.
Look and can't see them. This world, me a the boss for them. Tell them pass me them. Tell ask me them. So all them attack. Man a step up. Touch up them a play, man a pep. When the star boy walk, man a step up. Touch up them a play, man a pep. Coulda day, coulda dark. Man a step up.
Low DJ, hold on. Stop the jeep. Stop the jeep. Intruder in tongue. Intruder in tongue. Visitor get out. Run with him. Run with him.
Me didn't want to say nothing too much in that one, you see? So all them attack. Man a step up. Catch up them a play, man a pep. When the star boy walk, man a step up. Catch up them a play, man a pep. Coulda day, coulda dark. Man a step up.
Hello. I tell them, Chairman MC Patel, I tell them stop the Jeep. I tell them stop the Jeep. Because if they stop the Jeep, then it would be the lyrics after lyrics after lyrics. But them gone. Them gone. Them run away. Tom Freed. Tom gone. Not Leeward, good night. Troumaca, good night. My friends and my brothers and sisters, Major Leacock and nothing but the nature boy, Vice Presidents. I see Chairman Cummings in our midst, and I think I did see Assistant Secretary Treasurer Harvey Farrell. I think I also did see Treasurer Luan Hathaway amongst us. And before I call names of people or miss out names, all executive members of the party, oh, and I see my good senatorial colleague, Senator Chevron John. I want to use this opportunity to say a pleasant good night to the next parliamentary representative of North Leeward, Kishore Shallow. You know, you may have heard many persons in the past would say that when I was younger, I was miserable, I was gypsy, I was not settled. You'd hear all those expressions from persons. And tonight, a few persons walked to me and asked me, why are you by yourself the way you are? But one of the things I've learned as I grow older is that there are times you want to be in your own space and to create the mindset that you want for the job that is ahead. And so, I didn't have the microphone a while ago. But I'd say to my dear cousin, Steffi, there is a great future ahead of you. And together with this New Democratic Party, as a young North Leeward woman, with the help of Dr. Kishore Shallow, that there is a future ahead for all of us. Yes, I want you to know that there's a future ahead for all of us. for me and for you. So hear what? North Leeward, I come to you tonight with part of that message of hope. Now, no, I want you to hear the whole message, Steph. If that's why you want to stand up there. At least you're sure that you're braver than Carlos because he gone straight. So better to make you the candidate. So my cousin Leeward and me in South Central. Thank you. I don't really know. Yeah, you could go. North Leeward is a mixed developmental community. What do I mean by that? North Leeward is an agricultural community, but it is also a fishing community. I want the people of North Leeward to recognize, good night to you, Sister Velox. I want the people of North Leeward to recognize that you stand in the vanguard to have the best of both worlds of an NDP four-pronged economic developmental strategy. North Leeward, work with me. 4 prongs. Prong number 1. I want you, North Leeward, to see what I'm talking about. Agriculture. I said North Leeward is an agricultural community. Prong number 2, the blue economy. That means exploiting in positive ways our waters and to bring the best benefits to the people of North Leeward. North Leeward, you would benefit from the blue economy. You see, when was the last time that you saw cruise ship after cruise ship after cruise ship docking in North Leeward to take in the beautiful tourism that you have to offer down here? When was the last time? In the last 5 years, North Leeward, you must not forget this. I know there are those who have a little difficulty when I say, as a little boy, that I spent most of my childhood life right here in Troumaca. Some people don't want me to say so for whatever reason. But it is true. I walked from Troumaca to Coast Hill to attend to the pigs. My auntie, everybody know her. She was a big supporter of the Labour Party right here. But she was my auntie. I loved her in life and I love her in death. I played my marbles right here. I played my top right here. And I played my dominoes right below Cornelius Williams' Poser father just up the road there. But let me take you back to our central issue. In the last 5 years, North Leeward, there are 2 things that you're most remembered for. One is a man who tell you that even if the soufre ash was tearing you to pieces and your life was at stake, that you couldn't go into a government shelter unless you take a vaccine. North Leeward, you must never forget that. Never should you forget, and never should you forgive. Because that is what you call taking advantage of people in the most perilous moment. So my house on fire. My neighbor house on fire. And you tell me you could get a shelter, you know. But in order for you to get a shelter, you have to drink some of this. Well, I have one message. So, Kish, if you don't want to pass the message, I am passing the message tonight. What will happen in the polls next election? It won't be a drill. What will happen at the polls in North Leeward will be stark reality. The second thing that has happened in North Leeward, principally in the last 5 years, is that the farmers of North Leeward, the farmers who were making their own contribution to such an important sector, providing, catering for our food security in North Leeward, but at the same time, making sure you can send your children to school. This guy, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Are you sure you know what I'm talking about? You're talking about Wadi? Yeah, this guy. That guy stood idly by and supported the act to take the lands out of the hands of the farmers of North Leeward. And they say to original entity, come and have it. So the farmers of North Leeward were placed on the breadline. And somebody said that when the company from St. Lucia saw the rocks in North Leeward, oh, they had an orgasm. But that's not the end of the story, North Leeward. We were told that quarry would produce hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stones to the projects across this country, including fixing the bad roads leading into North Leeward. But you think that bad? They turn around in Marigot Loop and they hand the lands, allow the people who they gave the land to the quarry. And you know what they're doing now? They are now producing agricultural produce on the lands that they chase the bona fide North Leeward farmers from. You must make them pay at the polls for that. Remember, the X, in making the X, my brothers and sisters, you have to make 2 strokes. Yeah? Stroke number 1 and stroke number 2. When you make the 4th stroke, that stroke is for when Wani force poor, humble black people in North Leeward to take a vaccine when their life in trouble. The second stroke in that X is when Wani sit down and allow the farmers in North Leeward to lose their lands to people from overseas. Now, it was a local Calypsonian who sang, "Give Jack the jacket and Rover something else." Huh? The coat. Come and deliver to each his own. So let us give to Wani what maybe one is. So they say the tourism facts show that our tourism has shown some semblance of improvement. Yeah? All right. You mean to tell me, North Leeward, that you have the tourism minister? Tourism, they say, is doing much better under Wani. And North Leeward don't have a sensible tourism product that they could brag about and live off of. North Leeward people still suffering under Wani. You know, thank you, DJ. You know, tonight, when I was introduced, what was the song? What? Ketchup never play man of pepper. Where Kish dey? Kish, I believe I got to learn that song there sometime. Because Dr. Shallow said that he is firmly of the view that North Leeward ought to benefit from a solid tourism project. And he said, you could imagine that a lovely place like North Leeward doesn't have at least one hotel. As soon as Kish says so, somebody wake up out their sleep and they remember now that they're going to put hotel at Cumberland.
Man a step up. Catch up them a play, man a pepper. When the star boy walk, man a step up. Catch up them a play, man a pepper. Could I be?
Whoa! I hear this. Farmers of North Leeward, I give you my next 2 minutes or so. Farmers of North Leeward, I know that you are screaming because you cannot find proper markets for your farm produce. They did not set up farming cooperative to allow you to get your best dollar. You know what they did instead? They tell you that another entity, you must sell to them. And the aggregate arrangement, farmers sell to them sell to the big the hotel, and they get a big money, not the farmers and not Leeward. Under a new Democratic Party government, we will make sure that the farmers of North Leeward get the best price for your produce. Not only will the price be good, it will be consistent and it will be better. And for those of you who are rearing your animals, you have some people who want to put on socks and shoes and go on the wharf to tell you they're sending live animals to Grenada. They don't have not a damn shame because they don't understand how to bring the greater benefit to the farmers of North Leeward. I say to you as I close that I will make it my business to go out there working with Dr. Shallow to make sure that we find proper markets, sustainable markets, and steady markets for the farmers of North Leeward. And don't think I don't know that they're thieving your crops and your animals. Stop it, because I'm coming for all you. Thieves, stop, let the farmers thrive. And the bad roads that they set in their lives here in North Leeward farmers, we will respond to it as swiftly as we can. North Leeward, you had a lovely candidate in Roland Patel Matthews. But this is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So Patel has passed the baton to Kish. You have an exemplary Caribbean administrator. You have an exemplary global administrator. Not Leeward. The next thing you have to compare with that is a man try journalism, he no work. He try law, well, he try something else. So put your money where your best is. The man for the future of North Leeward, give your support to Dr. Kisha Shallow. Thank you. Good night. Vote for Kish.
Got to find a solution to this pollution. Yeah. Got to find a solution to this pollution.
Yeah.
Find a solution to this pollution.
Hey, DJ. What a presentation. What a presentation. Let me hear you again, North Leeward, for Israel Bruce. Israel Bruce. And you know, after Mr. Bruce, take some time and explain to you what the NDP will do. That's from his perspective. That's his thing, what he said. You know, they can look at the heart and say, why you plan it and I no plan. Boy, Gasly, you go right until your notebook done. Next, my brothers and sisters, I am going to introduce you to a gentleman that has been causing a lot of waves in Mariacoa. A study man brave, man infiltrate labor, line and all. How we bad so? Infiltrate them. Right in the territory, he's showing up head to head with the candidate. Mariacoa is ready for Philip. North Leeward, are you ready for Philip? Put your hands together and welcome the next candidate, Brother Philip Jackson.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break,
Philip
If
Jackson.
you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees.
Good night, Troumaca.
And lend a voice to those who...
Good night, North Leeward.
Sorry, you know, I make a little mistake. I correct something. Yeah. Tonight, we have Brother Philip Jackson with us tonight. And North Leeward, let me tell you, today is his birthday. I believe
Happy
it.
birthday, yeah, my friend. Yeah. One more year on them. Yeah. Go on a vibe. Give thanks for life. Next year we doing it again. Yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, yeah, my friend. Whoa. One more year on them.
Hold up, BJ. I understand today is Sister Chevon John birthday too. Chevon John, where are you? Come, we have to see your face, Sister Chevon. Come, Sister Chevon. Sister Chevon, where are you? Continue, happy birthday. Yeah. Yes. Also, we have with us my Peters from Central. Are you here? Happy birthday to you too. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Before they're gonna be here, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sister Chevon, for gracing us on your birthday. All right. Yes. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, my brother.
North Leeward, thank you for the love. Well, let me tell you something. North Leeward is also my home, you know. I met, just a while ago, I just met two of my cousins sitting in the same vehicle. My great-great-grandfather was Alexander Robertson from all the way up at Rose Hall. So if you're Robertson, Lambkin, all of those people, you're my family. My grandfather on my mother's side was Donald Franklin from Coles Hill. So North Leeward, I feel like I'm home and I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you. I want to recognize the presence of other team members here. Our chairman, Brother Cummins, better known as Waterman. Our vice president, my big brother, Leacock. Senator Bruce, Senator John, Chieftain Neptune, and all the other executive members of the NDP. My job tonight is very simple. My job tonight is to present to you and to endorse the reason why we are all here. That is to support Dr. Kishore Shallow, the next representative of North Leeward. Kishore, thank you very much for inviting me to North Leeward and to stand on your platform. It gives me absolute pleasure to stand here with you. Now, and don't mind if I don't say Dr. Shallow, yeah? Because Kish is like family to me. Kish is like a friend and a brother that go long back. There's a history there. So I'm very honored to be here. So tonight, for the 10 minutes or so, I'm going to talk to you about two things. I'm going to talk to you about one of our 4 pillars that we call the new economy. And I am going to tell you why Kish, Dr. Shallow, and myself are the best duo in this country to lead on the new economy on behalf of the best political team ever in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. People of North Leeward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you can be confident that Team NDP has the competence, they have the training, they have the experience, they have the network and the relationships to make sure that we build a strong economy so that all of our citizens can benefit. What we have right now in St. Vincent under the ULP is a government who do not understand how to build and grow an economy for the benefit of all. So they have to simply resort to just picking out a few and benefiting a few, and then to run an economy based on debt and debt. But Team NDP is ready and prepared to grow the economy for all of us. So let's talk a little bit about the new economy and why Team NDP is ready to take full advantage of the possibilities of the new economy for our young people to get decent jobs, with decent income to take care of their families. Now, the new economy includes areas that technology, like computer technology and the internet, allows for new opportunities to create jobs. Take, for example, we will make sure that you young people are trained in digital skills so that you can sit at home with your computer and you can take advantage of opportunities all around the world. These are real opportunities where people in India and so on are taking, millions of young people in India taking opportunities. We in St. Vincent and the Grenadines have an opportunity to use digital skills to ensure that you can be fully employed. Now I'm going to show you in practical terms how the new economy and technology can be used to improve agriculture. You heard Bruce say, and I've said before, NDP is the only party that has a plan to make sure agriculture works for all. And you heard me speak about the marketing board or the Agricultural Export Corporation to make sure that you can export your goods. You heard me speak about the land bank to make sure that our young people who want to take farming as a business can have access to lands. We spoke about the National Development Bank that will make sure that you have the loans necessary to take your agricultural plan as a business to the next level. But I'm going to add a next layer tonight. And this is using digital technology and the tools of the new economy to create what I call a market information system. And this is how it will work. Now, in any agricultural system, you have on one side the producers, those are our farmers, and on the other side, we have people who are buying your goods that you produce, whether they are supermarkets, whether they are resellers, whether they are exporters, or whether they are hotels and so on. We will create an app, and that app will ensure that sellers on one side is on the app, and buyers on the other side is on the app. Why is this important? You can go and you can register your profile. Say, I am a farmer. I have 10 acres of land and I am producing dasheen, plantains and so on. And you can put on that app the amount of acreage that you have under cultivation. And immediately anybody in the marketplace on the app, both in St. Vincent and Grenadines, in the region and around the world, can see what you have to offer. Now, why is this important? One of the biggest problems in the agricultural system is what we call boom and bust. Farmers know it well. When the prices of a commodity is high, everybody rushing. So planting is high, people rushing to plant. And then there's an overproduction, and then the prices go down, and then what happens? A lot of farmers run out of the market, and the prices go down, and the market crashes. Now, we cannot operate a proper agricultural system to create sustainable wealth if we continue to have a boom and bust. Our solution to a market information system as part of the new economy will make sure that production is even out and prices are even out so that over the entire year you would not have hikes and lows and hikes and lows. You can count on the marketplace to send the right signals about price and production, and you can invest in your farm with full confidence through the use of technology in a market information system. We're going further. There are thousands of good jobs available in the new economy for what we call business process outsourcing. In other words, there are big companies in the United States, Canada, and Europe who wants people in the Caribbean, in St. Vincent and right in North Leeward to do work for them using your computer. And they will pay good money for you to help people in their countries deal with their taxes. They will help medical colleges and hospitals do medical transcription. There are thousands of good jobs available, and we already as Team NDP looking to make sure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a #1 destination for jobs in the area of business process outsourcing. So people of North Leeward, young people of North Leeward, you can count on Dr. Kishore Shallow as a man with competence in the area of ICTs, that is information, communication technologies, and digital technologies, to make sure that business process outsourcing through call centers is something that will make your life better by giving you and providing you with jobs that can make a good living. And I am sure that is going to happen in Maraqua, and I'm sure it's also going to happen right here in North Leeward. Let's go to tourism and the new economy. Now, you remember during COVID, hardly anybody were able to travel to St. Vincent, so tourism was done. But Team NDP is thinking about the future because we have the people who understand technology trends and consumer trends, and to put the two of them together to provide opportunities to create wealth for people. So we are thinking of what is called virtual reality tourism. Now follow me. When COVID was rampant, tourists couldn't come here, we couldn't get the tourist dollar. But I'm telling you, we studied the technology trends, and we know that virtual reality is a big and growing market. Dr. Kishore understands that very well. Myself understand that very well. But not just the technology trend. We know that there are consumers who are satisfied to spend time, put on a virtual reality goggle, and guess where they come in? They're not coming to St. Vincent on a plane, you know. They're simply going on a treadmill machine or a rowing machine for exercise, and they're putting on a virtual reality goggle, and they're going to choose destination St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And through those virtual reality, they can hike to La Soufrière virtually. They can hike the beautiful mountains of North Leeward. They can take a snorkeling in our waters in Grenadines virtually through our virtual reality goggles. No, the ULP don't have that kind of thinking. You know why? Because they don't have the people with that kind of thinking. But with Dr. Kishore and myself as the dynamic duo for the new economy, we are going to make sure that virtual reality tourism is thing of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let me speak directly to those online. St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be a top destination for virtual reality tourism, and only Team NDP with Dr. Shallow and Philip Jackson leading on the new economy can deliver that. Here we go again. In education, many of our students are failing because the ULP has not ensured that our students are given the best opportunity to take advantage of secondary school education. Let me shock you with something, North Leeward. Out of every 100 students in grade 2 and 4, now there's something that is called a national assessment exam that is done in grade 2 and 4. And let me shock you. Out of every 100 students that take that exam in grade 2 and 4, do you know how many of them are reading and writing and doing maths at the level they're supposed to? You want to make a guess? 7. 7 out of every 100 of your students are reading and writing and doing maths at the level they are required to do. But you would think that a government who cares would do something about that. So the results show in grade 2, that's this reality. They don't do anything. They come back in grade 4 with the shameless self, run the same type of exam again, and the results tell them 7 out of 10 still. That means that 93 out of 100 students are failing behind. And instead they send them further up again. Say, go to grade 6, go to grade 6, do CPA, do CPA. But the students are not ready. And let me show you something. When you look at the statistics, when you look at the results carefully, the students seem to be doing high on what you call the school-based examination at CPA. They're getting good marks. But when they actually do the test, they're failing on the actual test on CPA. How is it possible that in the test at school that they do with the teacher, they score very high, but when the time comes on the day, they score in very low? You know why? They're trying to fix up the results to give the impression that our students are doing well, but they are not. And so what they're saying, you know what? We're fed up of you in primary school. Just go to high school. Just go to high school. Whether they're ready or not, they're just sending them. And you know what's happening? Many of our students are dropping out. They're dropping out. The education revolution that the ULP brags about is failing our students. We will make sure that we use technology to create a strong partnership between home, the school, and the community to make sure that we can help our students to succeed. I've spoken to Dr. Shal about this. We will make sure we use technology to make sure your student is given a proper chance to make sure that they succeed at high school. So North Leeward, you have right here a young man whose training and experience prepares him well to transform North Leeward and to transform St. Vincent and the Grenadines for all. Now I look at the type of young people who are following Dr. Shallow. One of them was my former student, right here, Codrian Simmons. Now this is not a light matter. The very fact that these young people see the worth in Dr. Kishore is a big thing. And it says to you that you also need to give Dr. Shallow your support. Young men like Codrian and Troy Prince, if you remember, during the volcanic eruption, they worked tirelessly to make sure that they provide the services transporting people to safety. And these young men of worth sees that Dr. Shallow is a future. And at a time when these young men who support Dr. Shallow was helping the people of North Leeward in the greatest crisis, you had an arrogant, idiotic man saying, this is not a drill, this is not a drill. You cannot come and have mercy and shelter if you don't take the vaccine. It shows me that his heart is even smaller than his brain. And that is why we have to get rid of pursuits like that who do not see our worth and our value and is willing to put a vaccine quota above your safety and above your security. So now we're going to spend the last few minutes telling you why Dr. Kishore Shallow is the only choice for North Leeward, for a prosperous community with jobs for your young people and for everybody to secure a healthy and wealthy society. Dr. Kishore has all the qualifications necessary to lead in partnership with myself on the new economy. And he has the skills, the experience, and he has a network built up of working with people in the region to do so. So I'm saying to you, North Leeward, do not miss this opportunity. Dr. Shallow loves his people. Dr. Shallow is thinking deeply about his people and how to transform your lives. Dr. Shallow has a team in NDP who is going to work with Kim to make sure that North Leeward has the type of leadership, the type of plans to transform your lives. This is a great and wonderful opportunity you cannot afford to miss. And so I am very confident, my family and friends and relatives in North Leeward, that you know exactly what a good man is like, and that only person in North Leeward is Dr. Shallow, and you will give him your full support. So when the day of election comes, there's only one single choice. You will mark your X against that key and make sure that Dr. Shallow is in cabinet to work together with Team NDP to transform North Leeward for all. God bless you. Let's do this thing. Dr. Shallow is your man. Vote for change, prosperity, and progress. God bless you. I love you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Fuji. Thank you very much. The Fugitive. Big up, my brother.
Fugitive!
Big it up. DJ Flip. Big it up. Put your hands together for the DJ tonight. Combination of Flip, and Fuji in the house. And you know, they will have some great people, you know. I didn't even realize, since, you know, sometimes blood and blood does meet and you don't even realize it when you feel the vibes. See this lovely young lady in front and behind the camera? A Rosebank woman, that's, you know. Yeah, man. Big it up for the Rosebank lady. Big it up for her. Excellent job. And here what now? And she's a Matthews. All right. Well, tonight, my friends, tonight, this is the moment you have been waiting for. This is the moment, North Leeward, the crowning moment of tonight's meeting. Tonight, I am introducing to you, as I have accustomed to, a man of substance. A man who, somebody say, is a headache to Ralph. Well, here I say, as a headache, you know that feeling when piece of fish bone stick in your throat? That is what he is to the ULP. Dr. Shallow. So without further ado, I would like to bring to you tonight, Troumaca, North Leeward, those who listening and watching on the internet, born and bred in Colesdale right next door, families throughout the length and breadth of North Leeward, the next representative for the beautiful constituency of North Leeward. Let me hear you for Dr. Kishore Shallow. Dr. Kishore Shallow, North Leeward. Make some noise. Make the noise. Welcome the man. Welcome my brother.
I really want to feel great now, so let us have our way. Kishore is never gonna leave, cause it's all invested in you. show feel a vibe. Every time we touch down, and nobody like this. No vibe like this, it's nobody like you. Nothing and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you never wanna stop. You always wanna touch, you nobody like us, but you don't nobody like you. Not play, but I'm something like you. Vinci Barlow. Long time the change over you. Long time the change over you. Nothing but it over you. Long time the change over you.
All right. Good night, Troumaca. Good night, North Leeward. We'll get a chance to party a little later. we will party with Brother Philip and Sister Siobhan later after the speeches. Celebrate their birthday with them. I want to say how grateful I am for the turnout here this evening in Troumaca. They say we can't get anybody in Troumaca. Because I want them to see in the crowd here. Let me send a loud signal to them. Let them know you're here in Troumaca. Let them hear you. All right. I want to thank all the speakers, my colleagues who represented. I want to mention before I go into this speech that here is a party, and this is a true example of leadership. You notice on this lineup this evening, yes, you have Brother Israel, but we don't have our senior, our veterans on the lineup. And this is their way. This is Dr. Friday's way. This is Major Leacock's way. This is Daniel Cummins' way of saying we don't need to always be on the front line. We're sending the youngsters, the young people. Philip, that is leadership. I also want to recognize my dear friend, Sister Velox, who is here with us, Brother Chieftain, and as I said earlier, Sister Siobhan. And Nature Boy, they put it to bat as the senior pro tonight. Respect as usual, always present. Sister Luan and the rest of the executive. Now, this evening the conversation is about three main things. One, I want to talk to you about the unlevel playing field that exists here in the country. And you would understand more as I go on over the next few minutes. And I also want to tell you why change is necessary and overdue. And then the last point I will make tonight, Empress Steffi, and you can't stand in front of the camera, but love as always, respect. And the last point is why in this upcoming election there's only one choice. There's only one party in the race, and that is the New Democratic Party. I think I saw Brother Etsu Williams earlier. I want to say thanks for the support, my brother. Happy to see you around. So, let us lay the context very early. Philip, let us lay the context because we want the people to understand what is happening here. Recently, there was a study done in the country, and the study says that a significant majority of Vincentians believe that we are headed in the wrong direction. Let me repeat that. The study says from the majority of Vincentians that the country is headed in the wrong direction. Do you believe that? Do you believe we are headed in the wrong direction with the ULP? Let me say that differently. You have a government for a quarter of a century. 25 years. 25 years in office, which in itself is unhealthy. But when no positive sign of growth coming to you and asking you to give them a sixth term. Now, is something wrong with these people? Yeah? Now, I was not the one because I didn't participate in this study. So, I am going based on what the people are saying when significant majority clearly stated that we are heading in the wrong direction. But all of us, whether we participated in that study or not, we know that the failings of the ULP, they are clear as day. They are there for all of us to see. We don't even need to look far. High unemployment. People, even they walking, they can't even second bills at the end of the month because of the low pay jobs. There's been no real progress of sports under this ULP administration over the last 25 years. And if we go forward and look at agriculture, my other colleagues have spoken about it, Israel and the others. Hey, brother Aaron as well. Nothing to shout about, nothing to celebrate in agriculture. You look at the healthcare system, it's in a state, a critical state. Can't even get pharmaceuticals. The crime rate continues to increase. And we could go on and on. We could talk about the struggling economy. And we could also talk about the continued increase of the poverty rate in our country. And listen, I don't in any way celebrate this, and I keep repeating that. But the truth is important to be told, and so you will hear it from myself, along with my colleagues, these failings of the Unity Labour Party. But as I said last night at Brothers Nature's event in Clear Valley, when you speak to them, similar to the fellow who drove past a while ago in the big truck, right? When you speak to them, they tell you how things are nice in St. Vincent and Grenadines. They tell you how St. Vincent is striving and is doing better than most in the region. Lying. They also can't understand your struggles and your pain. But I understand why they can't resonate with you. I understand why it is they fail to accept how people are struggling in Troumaca, in North Leeward, and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The reality is, and Major said this well last night, and I told him I was taking notes as usual, Major. Major made the point that barring one member of government, one member, and I refuse to call his name, but barring that one member, none of the others have experience in opposition. Pause and think about that. Not one of them. Not a day in opposition. Now what that means is that they cannot relate to the challenges you face. Because they come in from wherever they come from and start to live this lavish lifestyle. It's almost like they're born with gold spoon in their mouth. So, I don't expect them to understand when you tell them you can't pay your bills, or when you tell them that you can't send your child to school, or when you can't afford to buy medication for you and your children. They simply cannot understand why is it you come complaining to them from time and time and time again, because of the fact that they have reduced us to a place of dependency where we have to continue to come and request from them. And I tell you what, it is clearly a case of neglect from this administration for the past 25 years why we are where we are and we are left behind. And that is a fact.
When I suffer too long, Yeah, man, I suffer too long. Living a big ghetto too long. Man, I suffer too long.
So, when I tell you about an unlevel playing field, understand it. Because on one side, you have politicians in government living a lavish lifestyle because they have not taken the time to understand your pain and your struggles. But I said to you tonight, here in Troumaca, here in North Leeward, and to the people online as well, because Philip showed me, boy, the numbers high. Philip, you send the numbers high, boy. So speaking to the entire country, and wherever you are, David and the crop in Tampa and wherever you are. In the New Democratic Party, you have a slate of candidates who understand your struggles. You have competent candidates who are there with you day in, day out on the ground, exchanging ideas, talking to you, and could resonate with you. And when you see us walking, whether it's out in Marquardt, or North Windward, or North Central Windward with Chieftain, when you see us out there spending time in the communities, it's not just like me while I'm on. Yes, we enjoy your company. But we also appreciate that the more time we spend with you, is the better we'll be able to serve you. And that is what we're doing. Spending time with you, understanding your struggles, and be in a position to serve you when you elect us in a few weeks. And so, what we have is an informed plan, informed policies, informed from conversations with you about how together we could advance in Vincennes Grenadines. And so, from these conversations, right here in Troumaca, I have heard the cries from boys and girls and seniors talking about there's no recreational site for people here in Troumaca. And I guarantee you that the New Democratic Party will construct a playing field for you here in Troumaca because we have heard your cries. We also hear that you want better access to Wharf Bay, or Vegas Bay, whatever they call it these days. And we are going to ensure that you have access, because my understanding is that when the yachts and boats pass going up to Richmond, they stop off by Vegas Bay. They love Vegas Bay. So if the tourists them could enjoy it, or the yachties could enjoy it, why the man in Troumaca can't go down there and enjoy it too? So we go and build that road to go down there so that locals could enjoy it. And Major again made that point last night about we're not giving up the coastline. We have also heard from you, the people in Troumaca and North Leeward, that you want access to farmlands. And so we are going to construct feeder roads. And this is not unique to North Leeward. This is not unique to North Leeward, because we are going to build roads, feeder roads, and all kind of developments throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that is our commitment. And as I said in Fetuse recently, at the priority of our list, certainly for North Leeward, we are going to compensate those farmers that they move from their lands down the, all the way up, I should say, in Richmond. You know, it pains me. Recently, I was in Barbados, and in the airport I saw a package. And the package, well designed, small package. And you know what they're selling? Breadfruit chips. And if you see the package, and I am saying, if Barbados could package and produce, or produce and package breadfruit chips in the way they do. What happened to St. Vincent and Grenadines where we have breadfruit dropping off trees? When we go around and we see all the fruits dropping off trees, the New Democratic Party, and we have repeated this, that we are going to ensure that there's at least one agro-processing farm, a plant here, so that the farmers could get an expanded market rather than just the raw produce. We are going to build that for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We have stated that we are going to that road still at Sybil Hill. And they do know how kind of thing taking people for fool. One man jump in front of camera with API and say they're going to build a road and so on. Up to now the road can't start yet. Right? They go and they dump something, some gravel there, but we know they does a lot of election. Job, gravel and materials like they're going to do stuff. We are going to fix Sybil Hill, that road, and when we do it, it is going to be done in a way that we could be proud and confident that it is not going to be compromised anytime soon. Hermitage Mountain Road, we are going to fix that too. And transportation. Now we know that transportation is an issue in North Leeward. We know, it is no secret. It is expensive and it is unreliable. Simple things can't get wrong. The government keep getting wrong. I mean, it's only, brother comments, it's only when we announce we having a meeting here they run and put it on the roof, you know. And if you know me, I say, well, I have a Christian for them. You know, I say I can Christian for them. And I choose to Christian before they come and paint it red. Because you know they're going to come and paint it red. So I say, when they get, while they have on our national colors, we will come and use it for them. But seriously, we need to implement a very efficient transportation system in partnership with the private sector for North Leeward and the remote areas in St. Vincent and Grenadines. It is only fair. And we need to ensure that it is more affordable. You can't ask people to pay $20 per day in transportation and they make it $800 a month. That is wickedness. And so we are going to address that in a meaningful way. A project when it comes to transportation that I am extremely proud of is the one that Sister Siobhan, Senator Siobhan John the girl, and I, along with Dr. Friday, have been discussing for months now. And that is where we are going to connect the north of this country by establishing a ferry system so you can move from this part to North Windward. And just imagine that is going to expand the market. And we're not stopping there. We are saying we are going to ensure that the ferry service walk between St. Vincent and Grenadines, St. Lucia and Martinique. Now tell me, isn't that vision? Isn't that vision? And Sister Siobhan John, with the leadership of Dr. Friday and our colleagues who are going to support that, we are going to ensure we strengthen the north because it is critical that we strengthen our remote areas. Tourism. A couple of the speakers mentioned it. And we know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know the Minister of Tourism, whoever he is, he goes around and he flying all across the world. And you know, let me tell you all the reality. You know when they just talk about Gladbach and how Gladbach does bus? Major, you know when they talk about Gladbach bus? The man get the post Minister of Tourism. And rather than trying to see how he could help out people in North Leeward, he hop on plane and he gone all over the place. Forget that 5 years just fly quickly and he's going to have to come back to the people of North Leeward. And so, while he gallivanting all across the world and showing himself on North Leeward people, here he is, mere weeks away from elections, coming and asking people to have conversation with him. Well, I understand a man lock him out the gate and watch him on video the other day. One of your own supporters. Another lady who supported him in the past. Say, if that fella they feel he going to get pension from my vote, he lie. He said, no pension for he. Because he doesn't deserve it. And I agree with them. We're not giving him any pension. So, we are extremely serious when we say we are going to develop Cumberland. And we ain't just running and telling you things because we could talk. We are going to develop a marina with a resort that is environmental friendly and that is going to stimulate the economy right here in North Leeward and throughout St. Vincent and Grenadines. I promise you that. Troumaca Bottom Bay, if you all remember, my very first event after being elected was held in Troumaca Bottom Bay, because that is where I learned to swim. And over the years, I know the potential of that place. And so, since that event, Avis is somewhere in the crowd. Avis told me she went down there a weekend, and if you see people, hundreds of people, absolutely no bathroom facility. Ridiculous. Other promoters want to use the venue, but no bathroom facility. Unacceptable. We are going to develop the Troumaca Bottom Bay as a recreational site, and so that people, boys and girls, seniors could enjoy that facility. Again, we are going to deliver that for you, and we are going to improve the jetty there as well. And there are so many projects. The other day, Flip took me over to Islet, the little island across from Chateaubriand there. We hike all the way to the top. I mean, untapped potential. But we are going to ensure we explore all these avenues, because we know that you deserve better. And along with all my colleagues, we are not stopping and we are not leaving any stone unturned when it comes to serving you, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that is why we are exploring all these places. Sports, I'm tired to talk about sports now. You all know we're going on with sports. The government is waste of time. And so, we are going to come with a comprehensive sports policy and action plan to show them what they should have been doing over the last 25 years. And then you'll see more boys and girls going across the globe and representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. People like Kenneth Demba and others. We are going to get more of those in the coming years, because we are going to put systems in place and we are going to put infrastructure in place to ensure that our young people get opportunities to develop and go abroad and play their sports. And what that is going to do, again, bring back foreign exchange in the country and stimulate our economy. So we're going to upgrade all the facilities. We are going to put lights where we believe there are good traffic. And we are also going to ensure that places like Rose Hall and Spring Village that have been neglected for years, that they get a proper playing field that the people could go and play sports on. It is only fair. And let me say, and I come into an end in about 5 minutes. As I said before, that this is not just us talking for the sake of talking. And when we speak to you and we make these promises on the platform, we want you to hold us accountable. And in line with that, I am going to announce here that as of tonight, my own website will be live so that you could access and see all these plans for North Leeward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In fact, I think right at the bottom here, on this banner, you could see the website, www.kishoreshalo.com. Check it out, and you can see we're not bluffing. We're not bluffing, and we're not copying anything from anybody.
Unruly strong enough. Not nice strong enough. Unruly strong enough.
And while at it, because we're working as a team, so on my website you go, and of course you could go and link the New Democratic Party website as well. It is right there. Check them out. See all our plans, so people can no longer say they don't know the plans of NDP. You can't say that you don't know the plans for North Leeward, because we have all of them there. So in addition to coming on the platform and speaking to you, engaging you in the communities, we have them documented for you. Hold us accountable. That is what we are saying. Philip, you don't say it all the time. It's one team. It's one team. It is one team in the race for this election. You all agree? One team. And so, my friends here, you have the opportunity in a matter of weeks to be part of something historic. You have the opportunity to be part of this winning team. And as my friend farther down the road say, she's not going down with any sinking ship. So we're standing together as one competent team, going all the way to whenever the fella rings the bell. And so, take it extremely seriously. This election is not about instant gratification. It is not about a stove, a fridge, or $300, or even lumber. Because you deserve more than that. You are value far more than that. And so, a government cannot neglect you, mistreat you, totally ignore you for 4.5 years and come and tell you, hey, look $100, look at $300, come vote for me. No, you are worth more than that. And I know I'm speaking to the converted here. I know every single one of you here know this. But we have to speak to those online and the others who are not convinced yet. Do not take any level of bribe. No bribes. Nothing. It is not worth the next 5 years of struggling under ULP government. And so, even after failing you for 25 years, you know, the fella on the eve, now, a matter, I wonder if you all realize that we are coming to the end of 5 years of this government here. And so I declare it, and we already put it out on social media, that mark the date now. November 5th, we calling it election day. November 5th. We saying they're going to say election is November 5th. And any day after that, is a testament to how this government is wicked. It's testament to how this government is shameless. That they do 5 years and still want to steal some extra months. No, Philip, we can't have that. We can't have that. And so I say, whether they want to delay it or not, it's coming soon. It have to come soon. And when that time comes, we are going to go to the polls and vote resoundingly for the New Democratic Party. And lastly, I remind you that you have the opportunity to be part of something historic. Historic in the sense that you have in your hands the power to elect a government, elect Dr. Friday and his very competent team, the New Democratic Party, to create more and better paid jobs for you, to improve all the sporting facilities and implement infrastructure and systems conducive to development of our young people. You have the opportunity, and right at your fingertips, the power to ensure that you have all the opportunities you need to excel as a Vincent John. Big up my brother, this so still. One love. And overall, don't ever forget that when you vote for the New Democratic Party, you have the opportunity to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines becomes more prosperous for every one of us. Troumaca, again, thanks for turning out tonight. North Leeward, I love you. And we are going to go all the way to the polls together. Stand in solidarity with your team. Love you. Good night.
Yes. Put your hands for Dr. Kishore Shallow, your next member of parliament. Yes. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I have a few things to say before we close off, you know. Somebody remind me why North Leeward people should reject the Labour Party. I remember a couple of years ago, there was a big signboard right there, so And it said cross country road. Remember that? The question is, where is the cross country road today? They forget that. They never say so. We have to hold them accountable. They promise us cross country road. They preach on cross country road. Day in, day out, cross country road. And up to today, not a cross country road. Tonight, we are in Troumaca. And Troumaca is the birthplace of the New Democratic Party. Tonight, I want to pay homage to John Cherry Smith, who named the party the New Democratic Party. And on a sad note, I want to indicate to you that one of John Smith's sons, Roy Smith, has gone to the great beyond last Friday. So in that regard, we express our deepest sympathy to the family, the Smith family, and the passing. Ladies and gentlemen, before you tonight is a part of the team for 2025 election. You know, they say they love to party. They want to give a dance to celebrate birthday too. So my brother, Fuji, give them something to shake their legs now. Some of them hugging up because they can't dance by themselves, but we understand that. You know, so give the team something. Let us show that we have people who could move. Yeah. Make some noise, people. Yeah. The New Democratic Party. Put your hands together, my people. This is part of the winning team for 2025. You are in a historic moment as these candidates will lead our party to victory. Yes. From my left, Brother Chieftain, North Central Windward. The Gary Food, the Queen. Wait, don't move it. Sister Siobhan Smith. Sister Siobhan John, sorry. Let me hear you for the Waterman, Mr. Cummins. The Major. Sister Laverne Belloc. Nigel Nature Stevenson. But the boy, Philip Jackson. The man with the pepper. The man with the pepper, Israel Bruce. And of course, Dr. Keisha Shalom. The New Democratic Party. The winning team. Thank you very much, people. Hey, happy birthday. Thank you very much. My people, tonight is indeed a good night. Tonight, everyone delivered. And they delivered to you what the New Democratic Party will do for you. I looking forward tomorrow when they come with their propaganda and ask the very foolish question, where are your plan B? Well, you hear it tonight. Your agriculture, your tourism, your education, your the blue economy, the new economy. You heard what the New Democratic Party have in store for you. And remember, Saturday night at Zion Hill, big meeting. Come out in your numbers at Zion Hill. Zion Hill. On Saturday night, the New Democratic Party will be having a big meeting. And we want you to be there. We want you to come out in your numbers and support the New Democratic Party as you're accustomed to do. You know, Brother Shallow talk, you remember when Brother Shallow just came into the race? He did a video in the Spring Mountain area. Soon after the video finished, they went and the run started to cut road. The road is same place and the farmers can't get access to land. Everything Shallow do, they following him. But we know, the people of North Leeward, we are going to follow Dr. Friday and the team up until election day. And we know that the next government will be a New Democratic Party government. On behalf of the team, thank you very much. On behalf of the team, I want to thank you very much for coming out in your numbers. In your numbers to support Dr. Shallow and the New Democratic Party. Those who travel from afar, I wish you traveling mercies as you return to your respective homes. Thank you very much, North Leeward. Thank you very much to show the people of Troumaca that the New Democratic Party needs business. Thank you very much for coming out in your numbers. Thank you very much for standing firm, standing your ground with the New Democratic Party. May God bless you as you return to your respective homes. Good night.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So